Hello and welcome. My name is Daffy Roth and this is Claymates for the SNES. So, I played this game a lot when I was growing up. I rented this from Blockbuster so much. There's just something about it. Now, what's interesting is that there was a time in the SNES's history where things were getting kind of weird with Clay. You had ClayFighter and ClayFighter 2. Really, actually, I think those were the only other ones. But then there was also this one, and when I rented this, I thought that it was associated with the ClayFighter, but it's not. So, but anyhow, it is a fun game and a much better platformer than. It's one of the better platformers in my opinion. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start with the manual as always. Going to cover that. So first we have our cover here, which is probably one of the better ones, in my opinion. Very colorful. And I love that they actually used clay for the, for the mascots, I guess, for the characters. Like, that's pretty cool. Rather than just art, they actually used clay. So that's neat. It's by Interplay and Visual Concepts. All right, then we have the warning. Please read the enclosed consumer information and precautions booklet carefully before using your Nintendo hardware system or game pack. This is obviously licensed by Nintendo, and we got the official Nintendo seal of quality. Then we just have our, table of contents here. Introduction. Claymate's story. MUDDVILLE, U.S.A., home to Professor Putty and his son Clayton, was for the most part a peaceful place. This afternoon, however, it was all about to change. It started out like any other day, Clayton going off to school, leaving his father at home with his experiments. Today, however, his father was on the verge of a fantastic breakthrough, and Clayton could barely keep his mind on his lessons. As soon as the last bell rang, Clayton raced home, hoping to get there in time to help his father with his work. Half a world away, another person eagerly awaited Professor Putty's breakthrough. Through the smoke of his magic cauldron, the eyes of the wicked witch doctor Jobo looked down upon MUDDVILLE. Would this upstart professor be able to do what only he, the great Jobo, was able to do? To turn living creatures into clay? There was only one way to know for sure. To go there in person. With some incantations and a puff of brimstone, he was on his way. Clayton ran up to the porch and into the house, only to be knocked to the floor by an explosion coming from the basement. Startled and a little bit scared, Clayton looked up to see his father smiling with success. It had worked! The Claymore serum worked! Suddenly, there was a second explosion, and in the cloud of smoke, the witch doctor Jobo appeared, claiming the powers over clay were his alone. Jobo demanded the serum and its formula. Professor Putty was not going to let his breakthrough go without a fight, but he was powerless to stop the wicked Jobo. Seeing that he was not going to get his way, Jobo seized the professor and turned the protesting Clayton into a ball of clay, escaping in another puff. Now it's up to Clayton to rescue his father and the serum, which will turn him back into a little boy. He will face many dangers as he travels to the ends of the earth and possibly beyond, if he is to finish his quest. To aid him in his quest, Clayton has the ability to transform into 5 different animals with the help of different pieces of clay he may find along the way. Each of the 5 animals has its own abilities and skills, and he will need them all as he runs, jumps, flies, swims, and climbs past anything in his way. I have to say, there's something about the artwork that I love. Clay. Throughout Clayton's travels in the land of the Claymates, he will find colored pieces of clay. Clay allows Clayton to transform into different animal characters. When you have Clayton pick up a piece of colored clay, he transforms into the animal of that color. For example, if Clayton picks up a gray piece of clay, he becomes Oozy or Ozzy. Picking up a purple piece of clay, he will transform into Goopy, etc. If Clayton transforms from one clay animal to another, he will also get a wandering orb. So we can punch as our clay, I guess. We have our awesome cast of characters. Muckster. Clayton transforms into Muckster when he gets a red piece of clay. Like most cats, Muckster has razor-sharp claws. They come in handy when Muckster needs to defend himself against enemies and cling to the sides of trees. Muckster can climb up and down the trees, getting to places others cannot. All of this makes Muckster a rather arrogant feline. He believes he is the best Claymate, and he probably is. He's the best. Ozzy. By collecting a great piece of clay, Clayton becomes Ozzy the Mouse. Ozzy is able to run faster than any of the other Claymates and defeats his enemies with his mighty roar. Once Ozzy starts running, nothing can keep up with him. Thanks to a technique called blaze processing, it's possible for Ozzy to accelerate to his amazing top speed. He will seem like a blur screaming across your television. One of Ozzy's other attributes is a small size. He's able to slip through many holes with the other Claymates like Muckster can only look through. Goopy. Clayton can transform into Goopy by picking up a purple piece of clay. Goopy can swim around the sea with ease, zipping by enemies who get in his way. He is also able to jump onto the shore whenever he wishes. Goopy is only able to stay on dry land, only as long as he can hold his breath. If he cannot get back to the water in time, he will become the clay ball again. Goopy does not like anything getting in his way and will spit air bubbles at enemies to clear them out of his path. The Globmeister. When Clayton finds a brown piece of clay, he can become Globmeister the Gopher. Globmeister is able to burrow into the ground through loose dirt, getting into caverns none of the other Claymates can reach. The deeper the hole he needs to dig, the happier Globmeister becomes. While happy with digging holes throughout the world, Globmeister can also collect acorns in his spare time. He can throw his collection of acorns at enemies trying to stop him from digging. There's nothing which makes Globmeister more happy, so he always makes sure that he has as many acorns as he needs. Dodo. By merging with a green piece of clay, Clayton can take on the form of Dodo the bird. Dodo is able to fly into the air by flapping ferociously with his wings. Although he is not very graceful, he can still fly over enemies and up into the sky to places none of the other Claymates can reach. He also needs a runway to get up enough speed to leap into the air. He can only get in the air by taking off like an airplane. There's not enough clay when Dodo was made, so his wings are much smaller than when they should be. Because of his small wings, Dodo tires easily while flying and can only stay in the air for a short time. When Dodo runs short of breath, he will stop flapping his wings and fall to the ground. Because he is made of clay, he never gets hurt by any of these falls and is ready to jump back into the air right away. Alright, we have playing the game. Begin by inserting the Claymates game pack into the Super Nintendo Entertainment System and turning the power switch on. The title screen of Claymates will appear. Press start to begin the game. Controller operation. Start begins the game. Pause the game during play, while also holding down select button will teleport Clayton out of a level he has already completed. Control pad moves the Claymates around the game, moves Clayton around the map screen. So we have the Y, the X is attack, run, fly, swim, dig. Okay. Movement, start, pause. The B button causes all of Claymates to jump. Goopy will flap his fins and swim. Dodo will flap his wings and fly. Globmeister will use his claws to dig when the control pad is also held down. If pressing while a Claymate is running, it will make the Claymate power jump. Holding down will speed up the robots. Holding down will speed up the robots on the map screen. Okay. A button makes Globmeister dig. Y button allows any of the Claymates to run when held down. Allows any of the Claymates to attack. Specific actions for Muckster, we have left and right and Y. Muckster attacks enemies by swiping his paws at them. And then left and right and B, he climbs trees by jumping towards them. And then climbing is just up and down. And then jumping off a tree is left or right and B. And then falling off is just falling off a tree. And that picture, that was pretty funny. Dude, this manual is great. I love the artwork. The artwork is fantastic. It's like almost like someone's just like doodles of the characters. Like, it's just, I love it. Ozzy attacking is left and right and Y. Ozzy attacks enemies who are roaring at them, and then he can accelerate by pressing left or right and Y. Running at full speed, fast. Though through blaze processing, they're really selling this blaze processing. Ozzy can accelerate to breakneck speeds. Ultra fast. If there are zoomers along the way, if there are zoomers along the passageway, Ozzy can go even faster. Goopy swimming is left and right. Goopy is able to swim by pressing the control pad in the direction you want him to go. Swim upwards, left or right or B. To make it swim upwards, you will have to repeatedly press the B button. Spit bubbles. Goopy can spit air bubbles at enemies, and then we can jump with up and B. To have Goopy jump out of the water, he must be close to the surface. Unlike most fish, Goopy is able to walk on land. He's able to get to the shore by jumping out of the water and onto dry land. Goopy is still a fish and can only stay on land for a short period of time before running out of air. All right, and we have the Globmeister. Globmeister can hit oncoming enemies by throwing acorns. Digging's down A or B. Globmeister can dig through the loose dirt. Press the B button repeatedly while holding the control pad downwards or just by pressing the A button. Dodo. Leaping, we have left or right Y plus B. As soon as Dodo has reached his top speed and have him leap into the air, begin repeating pressing the B button. Unlike any of the other Claymates, Dodo is able to fly. To start Dodo flying, first you have to get him running, so left or right and Y. Pecking, when enemies get in Dodo's way, you can peck at them, left or right and Y. Flying, left or right and B. To keep Dodo up in the air, repeatedly press the B button. Dodo gets tired quickly when he is flying, and after a little while, he will stop flapping his wings and fall out of the sky. Clayton's other actions. In the world of Claymates, there are many objects which Clayton can jump on, move, or push. These things will let Clayton move to hidden areas in the levels, as well as allowing him to finish the level he's already in. Clayton cannot afford to ignore any of these things, or he will not survive to save his father. Jumping a gelatin, the spinning surface will push Clayton high into the air when he falls onto it. And we can jump higher. Clayton can bounce even higher off the gelatin if you hold the B button down while he is jumping up and down. Let's see here. Muticizers? Is that what that says? Muticizers can produce many of the same special items as the bonk boxes. Squeeze Clayton down through the funnel by pressing the control pad downwards, creating the special item. Plungers mark Clayton's progress throughout the level, and upon losing a life, Clayton will return to his position around the beginning of the level. To push your plunger, first jump on it. Switches can change things that are going on, such as turning off bursting pipes. Jump on a switch will turn it on and off. Jumping down. To make Clayton jump down to a lower branch from a higher one, just hold the control pad downwards, then press B. Monster generators create more monsters to go after Clayton. Just jump on top of a monster generator to turn it off. Geo shapes. Jobo does not want to make Clayton's job any easier, so he has hidden many of the treasures located on Earth under lock and key. These special items have been put in bonk boxes, which can be opened by Clayton only if he has a special type of key called the Geo shape. It's going to be the PlayStation controls, only missing X. These geo shapes include the circle, the square, and the triangle. If Clayton is able to find any of these shapes, he can then open a bonk box which has the same shape shown on it. Just have Clayton jump towards the box and hit the bottom of it. Once the box is open, the special contents are revealed. Map screens. You can move Clayton around the map screen and pressing the control pad in the directions you want him to go. Pathways may be blocked by trees or rocks, so Clayton must go through the level in that area to get help. To enter a level, move Clayton onto a whirlpool. When Clayton finishes the level, 2 robots will be released. They are there to clear things out of Clayton's way, but they're not as smart as you or Clayton, so you must move the carts and rocks in the area into and out of the way of the robots to steer them around the map. When a robot hits a tree, a rock, or a fence, it will turn. By moving the rocks and carts, you can have the robots turn when you want. You will want to make sure the robots move towards the axes and bombs. When a robot moves onto one of these objects, it will pick it up and begin to flash. The robot still does not know how to get to the obstacle in Clayton's path, so you'll have to steer it with the rocks and carts again. Once the flashing robot finds an obstacle, it will clear the blockade out of Clayton's path. If any of the robots are stuck in a part of the map where they cannot help Clayton, he can send the robots back to their entry place by punching them using the Y button. Clayton can also get bored with the slow-moving robots, so you can press and hold the B button down to make them move faster. It is also possible for Clayton to go back to a level which he has already completed on the same continent. Also, Clayton can exit a previously completed level if you hold down select and press start. Once Clayton has finished the last level on the continent, he will find a large cannon. Move Clayton onto the cannon, he will be immediately loaded and shot off into the sky. The cannon will blast Clayton to the next continent. We have our action screens and levels. Once Clayton has entered a whirlpool, he will be moved into a level. The action screen will now appear. The action screen shows the following attributes: lives remaining, time remaining, number of crystals, score, and geo shapes. Pretty self-explanatory. Objects. While moving through a level, Clayton will discover some of the following objects and more. He may need to use many of them to solve puzzles he finds. So we have a teleporter. Going into a teleporter from any direction will move Clayton to another point within the level, a point he may be unable to reach by any other means. Small and large clouds. Most clouds in the sky can be walked on, while the larger clouds will move on their own. Venus clay traps will try to eat Clayton alive. Zoomers, I don't know why I keep thinking boomers. Zoomers will propel Ozzy and the clay ball along a rapid rate. Oh wow, those look really bad. There's also a large collection of spikes, nails, and other sharp objects which will hurt Clayton when he touches them accidentally. Moving platforms also exist, which allow Clayton to access places he cannot normally jump or climb. Pinatas are found throughout the earth and can be broken open by attacking them. They often contain crystals, which Clayton can always use. Let's hear Golden Star. When Clayton picks up a Golden Star, he will receive a free life. Wind socks can suddenly deflate, letting Clayton fall towards the ground. We have bad bricks. It may look like something for Clayton to walk right by, but watch out for a nasty surprise. Losing a Clayton. When all of Clayton's lives have been lost, the game is over. Any of the following actions will result in either the loss of life when he is a clay ball. These actions will also return Clayton to the clay ball if Clayton has merged with another colored piece of clay, or the loss of the orb if Clayton has one. Hitting any of the sharp objects in the game, touching or being shot by any of the enemies which are wandering, rolling, flying, swimming, or bouncing throughout the levels, being eaten by a Venus clay trap, or touching one of the various obstacles on Earth such as the power surges and bursting pipes. Clayton will lose a life if he falls to the bottom of the screen. Allowing time to run out will also result in the loss of an entire Clayton. I like that, of an entire Clayton, even if he is in another form. Crystals. Clayton will find two different kinds of crystals in his travels, red and green. The larger green crystals are worth 5 of the smaller red ones. If Clayton can finish a level with 100 crystals, he will go to a bonus level. And for every 100 crystals after that, he will also get an extra life. So when the number of crystals on the screen reaches 200, 300, or 400, an extra life will be added to the remaining number of lives. The different bonus levels. We have the grid. The special level is entered by finishing a level with more than 100 crystals. If Clayton is able to bounce on all of the yellow squares as they light up, he will receive an extra life. Pachinko balls. When Clayton has collected the 4 letters to the word clay, he will be transported to the bonus level. To move higher up on the screen to the special game, hold the B button down and press up on the control pad at the same time. Using Clayton's animal forms. Some of Clayton's animal forms are more helpful in different situations than others. For example, Ozzy is often the only Claymate who can enter very small openings. Dodo can fly to areas that other characters cannot even see. Gooby can swim quickly through the water while the clay ball only moves slowly. I like Dodo trying to push Clayton through there. That's pretty funny. Continuing the game, as soon as Clayton has lost all of his lives, the game is over and the continued game screen will appear. Using the control pad, you can move Clayton towards the words yes or no. If you select no, you'll be returned to the title screen. Selecting yes will start the game at the beginning of the last level played. Finishing levels. Clayton's goal is to travel throughout the Earth to get to the final level. There, he will be able to save himself and Professor Putty. It is possible for Clayton to travel quickly through a level, but you may miss things that are hidden. Different paths through areas on Earth are not always easy, but they may give Clayton a much needed extra life or special item. Throughout the levels, there are plungers which can save Clayton's progress within the area. If Clayton loses a life, he will return to the plunger with marks his furthest progress in the level instead of being returned to the beginning of the level. When Clayton finally does make it to the end of the level, he will be reduced to the clay ball in order to release the robots. However, Clayton won't lose any of the geo shapes that he has found. If Clayton has picked up more than 100 crystals, at this point, he'll be transported to the grid bonus level where he can win an extra life, whether he enters the bonus level or not. Whether he enters the bonus level or not, 2 robots will be released, and it's Clayton's job to steer the robots around to destroy all the obstacles in his path. Some of the special items found on Earth, we have eyes. The eye reveals hidden objects in the immediate vicinity of the bonk box. Balloons. If Clayton jumps on the platform under the balloon before it floats away, he will be carried upwards into the sky. Invincibility potions. Clayton will be invincible for a limited period of time. Hammer. When this hammer falls, all of the enemies on the screen will be frozen, making it easier for you to elude or to attack them. The magnet. The special magnet will draw all the crystals around towards Clayton, even ones you cannot see. We have twisters. Once Clayton unleashes these whirlwinds, they will destroy everything in Clayton's path. Dimension doors. These special doors will lead Clayton to secret areas. Enemies found throughout Earth. Bulldog. This tough pooch is fast and is always looking for dinner and makes more than a couple of hits to get by him. Malleable ducks. These angry birds are always looking for someone to peck at. He's dropping eggs on you. It's like murder. It's like killing his children. Prickly snails. These guys are very slow and Clayton can jump over them. They are easy to beat since they are so slow to watch out for the shells. Snapper heads. These bouncing balls of clay are found in many of the wetter areas of Earth. They can often avoid them due to their low intelligence. Clay nose sharks. As if it wasn't hard enough for Clayton to get through the watery areas of Earth, these sharks want to make it even harder. It is going to be very difficult for you to find a safe way past these huge clay-eating predators, so look around for help. Sumo wrestlers. The sumo wrestlers are always looking for someone to squish, and before you know it, it could be you, so watch out for their jumping attacks. Man, why do they got against clay? Spitting chameleons. Spitting clay melon. Oh my gosh. Spitting claymelions. These cousins of the Claymodo dragon have a nasty surprise. They can breathe fire at Clayton, hit them, or run away from them as quickly as you can. Mud skippers. The seas of Earth are full of these fish. While not that difficult to hit, Clayton cannot just ignore them in his travels or they might get him. The Claymodo dragons. These reptiles are able to run on 2 feet and do it quite well. They will run Clayton down if you are not careful. The samurai. These Japanese warriors try their hardest to keep Clayton from passing through their levels. They are able to move very fast. Watch out for the long reach of their katanas. Evil clouds. Unlike the friendly clouds which help Clayton in his travels through Earth, these clouds try to zap Clayton with bolts of lightning. Bees. These are just normal bees, but they still pack a nasty sting. Try not to get hit, and try not to hit their beehives or you will anger even more of these pesky insects. Weasels. These long-haired rodents, often named Bill, run at Clayton as quickly as they can. You will have to do something fast or they will hurt Clayton before you know it. Homing mines. While Clayton is swimming through the waters of Earth, these mines move towards him, attempting him harm. Clayton cannot hurt the mines, but you can move him around. You can move him around them. Remember that Clayton moves much faster than they do, so try to draw them away from the direction you need to go. Bosses on Earth. We have Webigail, Ben, Porky the Clam, and Jobo. All right, then we just have our credits here. Finally, our limited warranty. Huh. If the game pack filled out the original and the warranty period expired, you may return the game pack to Interplay at the address numbered below with a check or money order for $15 US currency, which includes postage and handling, and Interplay will mail a replacement to you. For 15 bucks? Notice Interplay reserves the right to make modifications or improvements to the product described in this manual at any time without notice. That's interesting, at least for patches and whatnot. And then copyright 1993. And then finally, we have Interplay, the back of the manual here, 17922 Fitch Avenue, Irving, California, 92714. As you know, Interplay no longer exists, so they made great games, but sadly. All right, well, let's get this adventure on the road, shall we?
Clayton, we perfected the serum. The serum can be mixed with clay to change a person into an animal.
Give me the formula to make the serum.
Never!
We shall see about that.
Clayton!
I don't care if I made a clay. I promised to rescue my father and the serum. We go back in the house now. Man, they got a carnival like in our backyard. Not carnival, but like.
Clayton's yard.
Yeah, right. Let's put all the stuff we learned to practice. Oh, nice. That's what the arrow does. Look at that blaze processing at work. We don't have that bomb box yet. I see that extra life though. Oh, shoot. Man, it's hard to control, kind of. We need to get that free life, though. Oh, look, and the enemies don't respawn. How cool is that? It's gonna take a little bit to learn the levels, though. At least we can go back. I'm failing hard. I will get up here, I promise. We're running out of time though, but... Come on. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, there's one even higher. Alright, well, we got that. The problem is this, though, is that there's not a problem, but... How am I supposed to get up there? Oh well, I don't have time to figure that out right now. Whoa. I missed so much stuff, but oh, I lost my thing. Oh, and I died. I've missed so much in there. All right, let's bring this home. Wow, that's only the halfway point? Dang, son. We need to get to the... Ah, son, I was going too fast. So it's like kind of like a Mario thing. Ooh. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do though. That's fine. We'll get it next time. So I can't get to the... Oh. Jeremy's yard. Ah, I see. So we can... Oh, that's... Dang it. I lost Meowster. Oh, I'm dead. Holy moly. Let's not go down that death trap. Alright, we don't have the... So this is a good way to encourage people to, like, you know, to replay the levels and go back. Man, I don't... I need Meows. I need the cat. Ah, son of a bitch. I can't do anything here. Wow, there's a lot of these clay traps around here. Look, I almost just jumped into one. Yeah, f you. Damn it. That dog fucked me up. Did that sound break? The music broke. Do 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 do. Let's... Ah, yeah, screw you, dog. Oh. It is really weird just to hear the sounds. Fucking hell, man. So you can't kill these. I wonder if we can. Okay. No, we can't destroy those. Oh, that's not a place to go. I mean, is there anything down here? No, just death. It's funny because the game like wants you to go, like almost like purposely makes you think that you can just like blast through the levels, but then it's like, nope, think again. That's particularly troublesome with the mouse, who's just like insanely fast. He's got that power of that blast processing. Oh, you bastard cloud. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to show. But I wonder if we can... Alright, so we can't kill those, okay. I mean, I didn't think we could, but it's always worth a shot. Dude, Jeremy's yard sucks. Got bees everywhere. Screw you, bud. Yeah, I could use the extra ball. So Dude, all their like little facial expressions, like when they're falling. Let's avoid these. Like, look how like when you fly off the side there, he does a flip around like an actual cat. That's such good animation. Oh, game. I think yeah, of course we'll continue. But that's going to be for next episode. So let's go. I lied. We'll do it. Oh, we lose our things though. Alright, so if we continue, we lose our score, as well as the geo shape, so we wanna not die. My goal is to just get through this at this point. We'll, oh ho ho. Don't have the square yet, so we can't do that. But you bastard. No! Oh, dang it. I need my robots. Okay. Need to get around. Alright, well, we've got that done. So in our next episode, we'll go ahead and take care of whatever this is coming up. Yeah, we'll just keep going forward for now. And maybe we'll go back. I don't know. We'll see how this goes out. We'll see how this plays out. But until next time, friends, stay true to yourselves. Follow your hearts. Stay human. Try not to get turned into clay, I guess. And I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.